Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I would love for you to stay a while by clicking that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you don't miss another video. But first, I want to thank ShopTagger for sponsoring today's video. If you're not familiar with ShopTagger, it is a free web application you can download to help you save money when you shop online. I have been using ShopTagger for quite some time, not only for my e-design business to help save money on my client purchases, but also for my own personal purchases as I continue to do home improvement around my house. I've even let many of my clients know about using ShopTagger for their personal online shopping, and they absolutely love it. ShopTagger is free and super easy to use. All you have to do is go to shoptagger.com or type in ShopTagger into Google and the Chrome extension will come right up. Now follow the on-screen instructions to download and sign up. And you can sign up using your email, your Facebook, or your Google account. And once you've added it to your browser, you just go to your favorite online store and start shopping. When you see an item that you like, click the ShopTagger icon and you can save the item. You can create specific lists to help you stay organized and also set the parameters for your notification, whether you want to be notified of any price drop or a specific amount of discount, whether it's 25 or 50%. You get push notifications via email or mobile push if you have the app on your phone when one of your items that you have saved goes on sale. Another cool feature is the coupon code at checkout. Once you've finished shopping and you reach checkout, click your ShopTagger icon and it will apply every possible coupon code that is available. ShopTagger can even notify you when an item that was out of stock comes back into stock. They have also recently launched a new cashback feature where you basically can get paid to shop. I have been using ShopTagger for well over a year now, and it has been a game changer. The best part is that it's absolutely free to download and use. I will have a link in the description box for you to download it directly, so make sure you check it out. Now let's get into these DIYs. So for the first DIY, I'm going to be using my Totally Dazzled brooches, and I also have these mirrors from the Dollar Tree. I believe they're 8 by 10. So I'm going to be removing the mirrors from their frames. And I am gluing two mirrors together. I'm going to be using hot glue, but of course, as I always say, use E6000 when you're using mirrors or any projects that you want to hold permanently. So making sure the mirrors are perfectly lined up. So that you have a nice clean edge. Then I'm using my favorite crystal knobs to create little legs or risers for this mirrored tray. Again, using hot glue, but recommending E6000. Next, I'm taking my Totally Dazzled brooches and creating handles. Now, this is not a functional tray. You wouldn't be holding this tray by the handles. These are just for decoration purposes, where you want to lay something on top of it or just have it sit there on your coffee table or anywhere else. Totally Dazzled has beautiful brooches that you can use for this project, and here's the final look. I just love how simple and beautiful this project turned out. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Moving on to the next DIY, I'm going to be using my Totally Dazzled diamond wrap, as well as these letters. They're wooden letters that I purchased from Walmart. I have 3 8 by 10 frames from the Dollar Tree. I removed all the contents and the backings, as well as the little tabs on the back, except for one of the frames because I'm going to need that to be a base for this DIY. So using some foam board, I did want to reinforce the backing, so I just trace the insert of the frame into the foam board so that I could have a perfect match, and then I inserted everything back into the frame and attached them with the tabs. Next, I started gluing the frames together. I use hot glue for this, and I haven't had any issues with the hot glue sticking to these frames, so I believe it's okay to use hot glue, but again, if you want it to be more sturdy, I would use E6000. So here are the first two frames glued together, and now I am going to be gluing the third frame, the third frame onto the first stack. Next, I cut out a nice large piece of foam board that will accommodate 9 of the square mirrors from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be gluing them down with some hot glue in a row, as you see here, making sure everything is nice and tight and lined up. Now that I have my base, I'm going to be using my Totally Dazzled diamond wrap and cutting some rows just to finish off the edges. So I'm just lining it up to the foam board and cutting a one piece. And as you can see, this has like almost 20 rows of diamonds. So this is the perfect thing to have if you're a crafter. I will link it below. So I'm just securing the diamond wrap all along the edge of the foam board just to give it a nice finish. And I'm doing the same thing along the edges of the frame just to keep it uniform and have it be looking nice. And the next step is to glue the foam board onto the base of the frame, making sure there's no gaps and everything is nice and tight. Next, I have these little gems that I purchased from Walmart. I'm just adding that for an extra piece of detail to this project, but you can use whatever you would like. You can even use some Totally Dazzled brooches to give it even more interest and detail. And here is the final look. My wooden letters are from Walmart. I did spray paint those silver. You can decorate them also with some diamond wrap or anything else you want. And this is just a great game to have on your coffee table or anywhere in your family room. It's pretty. It can be used as like a decoration, and also it's functional because you can hide your letters underneath the board so you will not lose them, and just take them out when you want to have family night and just play a game of tic-tac-toe. For the final DIY, I'm going to be using these supplies that you see here. First, I'm going to be creating a base. This is a Gallerie inspired DIY. I am gluing 3 square mirrors from the Dollar Tree together by using a piece of foam board. Now I just use a scrap piece of foam board. You can definitely use a larger piece so that your bottom is nice and clean looking. Then I'm going to be taking some embroidery hoops and removing all of the metal pieces off. I'm just using some pliers for this. It's fairly easy to do. And then I'm going to be cutting the middle to create a little bit of a space because I will be inserting the Dollar Tree napkin rings as part of my tea light holder. So I'm just lining everything up to make sure that they're all the same, and I'm doing the same thing on all 3 of my hoops. Now here are the Dollar Tree napkin rings. Now you can decorate this however you want. I'm showing you the options with the Totally Dazzled diamond wrap with the crushed rhinestone ribbon, or the flower mesh wrap, which I also love to use in a lot of my DIYs. I will link all of those items below. Now this is a piece that comes with one of the brooches that I have from Totally Dazzled, and I'm just going to add that as an extra detail. So I'm detaching it from the brooch, and I'm taking that little gem piece and attaching it to one of my napkin rings. So I decided to go with the crushed rhinestone ribbon, but you can see here are the 3 options that you have. I think they're all beautiful. Once I have my strips of the crushed rhinestone ribbon, all that's left to do is just glue them onto the napkin rings. And I'm going to be doing that for 3 of the napkin rings. Just using some hot glue here. It's pretty secure with hot glue, so E6000 is not really necessary. And then taking that piece from Totally Dazzled, I'm just going to add it as an extra detail. Again, using hot glue here. Here I have these little jars from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using them as little risers for my tea light candle holder. I am wrapping them with some crushed rhinestone ribbon. However, I do like using the crystal knobs as well. So that's another option for creating risers or little legs for your candle holder. Now the bottom of this piece looks kind of crazy. I am reinforcing it with popsicle sticks and everything. I would recommend using an additional piece of foam board just to cover everything up, and cover that with some Totally Dazzled diamond wrap, and then you'll have a nice sparkly bottom, and you can put it on a mirrored surface. You can put it just about anywhere and your bottom will look finished and not crazy like this. So here, just to hurry with the DIY, I went ahead and just added the legs straight onto the mirrors like this. But again, you don't want to leave it like that. It looks very unfinished at the bottom. You want it to look finished and nice and sleek. So I would definitely cover the bottom. Now moving on to the hoops, I did go outside and spray paint those with some Rust-Oleum silver to give it a metallic finish, and now I'm just going to use some hot glue to glue them onto the napkin rings. I'm repeating this on all 3 of my napkin rings, putting the larger hoop in the middle. So I'm going to create this trio, and here is the final look. This is again one of my favorite DIYs. It is so pretty. You can make this so much bigger using bigger embroidery hoops and bigger mirrors, and have a nice large centerpiece for your console table or your dining room table, wherever you'd like to put this. Love it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this DIY. And also, which is your favorite of all 3? And that is it, you guys, for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Don't forget to check out Shop Tagger, which I will have a link below for you guys to download it. It is absolutely free, and you will be saving so much money with shopping online. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. God bless, and bye-bye.